Welcome back to the Can't Stop Talking podcast. I have a very special guest. I feel like you guys have wanted her to come on the podcast for a while. I have two, and this is my bestie, Deb. She is just extraordinary. We love each other so much. So, a big welcome to Deb. Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast, my love.
Hello, you guys. I have the biggest smile on my face right now. Sam reached out to me yesterday and she's like, "Hey, do you want to be on the podcast like tomorrow?" Totally unprepared, but we're here. That's how we roll.
And I just want to say that we're going to talk about action today, but that is so us. Like, we are the type of people, we actually just came up with an idea that we're going to have for you guys in June, but we are the type of people, and this is why I love us, that just move. Like, we will be like, "Hey, are you available to do a live today?"
Yeah,
And we'll just say yes. And this is really one of the ways that we've become at this level, like got to this level.
yeah, totally.
So tell us everything about you for my listeners who don't know who you are.
Yeah, sure. I will give my little introduction. So, my name is Dev. You will find me on social media, though, as the Social Manifesto. That's my business name. There's a whole story beyond that, but you can connect with me on Instagram if you want to hear it, because I won't bore you with it here. But I am a business coach like Sam. I specialize in personal branding, it's my jam. And I'm someone who used to work a 9 to 5. Or more like 7 to 7, let's be real. I came from a job selling rental cars in Florida, which doesn't even feel like real life when I'm speaking it because it's so not me. But I was selling rental cars in Florida, and then the pandemic came and I started my first business selling my own skincare line. So I was literally working in my kitchen, making scrubs like by myself, whipping them up in my kitchen and selling them. And it just like took off. And really, what that was for me was like a big flashing sign like, hey, you don't need a 9 to 5. You don't need corporate. You can make money online. Like, you can do this yourself. You can make sales on social media. And so that was like my first business. And I scaled that up to 6 figures. And now at the same time, I was really working on my mindset and going into personal development. And I learned about manifestation. I fell in love like you. That's probably why we get along so good.
Yes.
But I fell in love with it. And at the same time, I started talking about it on social media. And I was like, more women need to know about this. Like, I didn't even know what a coach was. I didn't even know people did this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea. And so I started like just talking about manifestation online. And then I saw this girl that said manifestation coach was like her title. And I was like, hold up, people are doing this like for a living. And so I started talking about it more and more. And then I got somebody who literally was like, how can I work with you? And I still like wasn't registering. I'm like, work with me, like what? And I started learning like what coaching was. And I was like, oh, like kind of like a life coach, but we're doing manifestation and mindset. And that's kind of how I got into it. Signed my first client. And then obviously now I'm in it, right? So I start seeing coaches everywhere. And now everyone and their mother is a coach. And I
Yes.
got I like got into the coaching space, and eventually it just kind of evolved, found out what I really liked coaching on, and now we're here doing business coaching.
Oh my gosh. I love that story so much. And that's just so exciting that she came to you and was like, "How can I work with you?" Because that's the moment that really changes everything. I remember I was taking like 3 free people and I was feeling like, what am I even doing? And this one person was like, "I know how I'm going to get better results." And I was like, "How?" And she was like, "I need to pay you." And that's the moment that just changes everything for you. So I love that so much. What would you say to someone who's really starting out and wanting to take this leap?
Do it. Like literally do it. Start now, start posting now. There's no like right way to start, right? Like everyone's like obsesses over what to post on their Instagram, or like what is the first offer going to be? It has to be perfect. Or like what is it a course? Is it a program? Is it a mastermind? Is it one-on-one coaching? It doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter. You have to just start, because the thing that you're selling right now isn't going to be the thing that you're selling in
Mm.
6 months anyway. Like, let's be real. You're going to change up what you're doing. You're going to change up how you're doing, because you're going to figure out what you like, but you're not going to get there unless you just press go and you start selling something, like something that's enticing to you, something that's interesting, and something that you're confident in. And then before you know it, you'll be selling something completely different and you'll have a whole ass business.
Exactly. And that's when everyone talks about, you have to niche down. What I did is I stayed just like you as a manifestation coach, started taking people, and then was like, oh my gosh, I love taking people in the business area. And that's how I became a
Mhm.
business coach. So
Yeah.
I usually say action is actually what creates, people getting over those limiting beliefs instead of just journaling in your notebook, which I love journaling. But at one point in your life, you just got to take the action.
Literally 100%. I got into business coaching because I started talking about manifestation, and then I got into manifestation of money specifically and like abundance, and I was like, wait, I actually really like talking about this. And I saw that I was stirring the pot a lot. I was like going viral because people were like calling me out on all of their bullshit money beliefs, whatever. And I was like, this is kind of fun. I kind of like it. Like I kind of like it over here. I like spicing it up. And then it just went deeper and deeper. And I found this like really intense passion for helping women actually make money. And I was like, this inner rich bitch has been there the whole time. And then rich bitch energy just kind of like came along naturally with it. And I'm like, let's fucking go. This is me. Like, this is my brand. This feels so right. And here we are.
I love that because I've really been watching your journey since the beginning, which is just so like I'm just so happy to be on it. But something that I've really noticed and within both of us is that we were kind of coasting in the coaching industry and we were doing amazing. But I watched you do a real 360 and take your brand to another level. And I love talking about this because I want everyone to realize like you might be doing amazing, but you might be unknowingly like treating your business like a side hustle because I thought I was doing everything.
Yeah, I mean, you too. Like we were talking about, right? You're talking about manifestation, and then all of a sudden, one day, it clicks that wait a second, I'm missing a whole other half to this. Like I'm
Yes.
only talking about half the picture. Whereas that whole time when you're talking about manifestation, you're not seeing that blind spot. You think you're going hard, you think you're doing the most, and then all of a sudden you're like, I have a whole other message that I can be talking to my audience about, you know? And now look where that got you. Like both of us, like you said, we were both kind of coasting, like in our baby coach era, like whatever. And
Yeah.
now we're like full blown villain era. We're like, we are here.
Yes.
We are taking action. Like this is the beginning of my villain story, and I'm going.
Oh my God, I love that. I actually talk about sometimes when I go out at night and I drink, there'll be like one night of the year that the drinking goes wrong and I see red and I'm like, I was casted in the script. Like I had to be the villain. Like I'll
Yeah.
wake up and I'll be like, I can't even be mad at myself. It was the one day
Yeah.
of the year. They paid me millions of dollars. I had to be the villain. All my friends are mad at me. No, usually just the boys. I go crazy on I'm like, you? And then I wake up and I was like, it's totally fine. I had to be the villain. So I love that.
Last night. Yeah,
I
that
love
was my
that.
destiny.
That
I
was
posted
my
on the
destiny.
Instagram story this morning. I'm like, another day, or like cheers to another day that I woke up and chose violence instead of corporate America.
Right. Also, the best part about me and Deb's Instagrams are like they really are unhinged. And I think people are so nervous to be unhinged. But I don't know about you. I talked about how yesterday I went to the dentist and I completely forgot to brush my teeth. Disgusting. But I get the most responses when I'm just like being honest.
Yeah, literally. And what you see is what you get. Like, and like I know now that about you, now that we're like besties behind the scenes. It's like your Instagram and like what you're seeing on your Instagram is you. Like, it is literally you, right? And I feel like you could say the same thing about me now that we know each other personally, but it's so important. It's so important. And like, why I say this to new clients all the time when I start like talking to them, I'm like, you're missing this whole part of yourself on your social media. Like, hello, we need to get your personality out there.
1,000%. And that's what I've learned. Like I said, it increases engagement, but it also, we were just talking about this. Why is someone going to pick you over someone else? It has nothing to do with your strategies, what you know. It has really everything because there's a million coaches out there, like you were saying. It has to do with you have to show your personality because you are the secret sauce. And you do that so well with your branding.
Oh my God, stop. Thanks.
Yes, I love that.
But what you just said is like so huge. And I think more people need to just understand that I'm about to drop a bomb here, but like the big coaches, right? Like the people that are making so much money, you are just as good as them.
Oof.
You
I
are
couldn't wait to
just
talk
as
about
good
this.
as them. Yeah, but it's so true. Like being you and me, both people who have worked with higher end people, like I don't know, man. Like, I think a lot of it is the confidence that you have in yourself. And like, I talk about that in RBA a lot with like rich bitch energy and stuff, but it's so true because we're all out here making our own rules. So it's not like one
Mm.
person can be actually better at it than you can. Like they're not more advanced because there's no level of advancement in entrepreneurship. Like there's nothing that you reach where it's like, oh, she's the CEO, like she's the president. It's not like corporate, right? We're all out here
Yes.
doing our own shit. So you are just as good as the next person. But if you keep putting yourself in this baby energy and shrinking yourself down and putting all these other people on a pedestal, you're gonna stay there. And I think that's something you and I do really well because we're like, fuck that.
Yes. Fuck that. Like, I feel like we just had this talk behind the scenes where, and we're going to talk about why you need a business bestie eventually, but it is so important because we could stay. I could have seen us staying at that baby coach forever until there's just this one moment. I was telling Deb that I started like really, taking these free masterclasses or investing into masterclasses with people who are making millions of dollars. And I finally clicked. They aren't teaching anything that I haven't taught. And that's when me and you were like, then let's start acting like
Yeah,
the coach that we are.
for real. And I love having, I mean, I think we should just get into it because I love having you to just like text
Yes.
when I have like a simple question, or something like that. And I think everyone needs that business bestie because this is a lonely ass journey. And like, yes, you can get your mentor and all of those things, all great, like amazing. But also it's so nice just to have a friend to plug into and not feel like I have to cough up 20 grand because I just want to ask you this question. Like, how are you doing this? Right. Or like, what's working for you? Or like, can you look at my Instagram because I don't know what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just nice to have that friend. So that's why I put networking at like tip top value when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Like, you need a network, you need people, you need friends in this space.
1,000%. And like me and Dev have each other's phone numbers, like my actual cell
Mm.
phone number. And there are just some things we've talked about, which I can go to my coach about everything, but there's some things that you're like, I just need a little vent to my bestie
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna get it. And you guys know what we're venting about if you're
Yeah.
coaches, but just things that are like, this is frustrating and I don't really need someone to essentially fix it. I need to
Yeah.
just talk about how we've both struggled with this.
Or like sometimes, when you have a coach, you like say something and they're like, okay, I'm just going to reframe your mindset around this. And I'm like, I just want to be pissed.
Yes, yes.
I'm just mad. I just want you to say that's so fucking annoying. And you'd be like, I know.
Literally. And then the best part is after we vent, it's not me saying you should do this. It's saying, I'll say to you, this is what I did to fix this problem.
Right.
And you do the same thing.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it reframes it to, oh my gosh, if Dev did this and she's telling me to do it, then I'm going to try it out. And the best
Mhm.
part about our friendship, which we want everyone to know, especially from this podcast, is we're obsessed with women winning. Like
Yeah.
you are going to be on the jet with me, and people,
Yeah.
women especially, want to tear each other down when
Mhm.
you have given me some of my best business ideas.
Same.
And
Same.
it's insane.
Yeah. And like we're gonna be on the jet together.
Together. It's crazy though, because you were like, this is working really well for my business. For example, Voxer sprints. And she goes,
Yeah.
take it. And anyone else would be like, she copied me. I can't believe she did that. You were like,
Yeah.
take this.
I'm
I want
literally
you to
like, you
win.
need to do this. You need to do this in your business because it's working so well. And for anyone listening, you take it too. Do Voxers,
Yes.
do intensives, like sell those things.
Because I really want our generation, and not saying that the older generation didn't do this, because I think that they also did this, but I want our generation of coaches to be like, this is about girl game. Like, this is about
Yeah.
like, and I want to be the leaders of that. Like, I want to be like,
Right?
everyone can win. We can win together. This is abundance
Yeah.
of money. And that's why I never understand why money coaches ever get jealous of anyone else. I'm like, you're saying there's an abundance of money.
Yeah. Wait a second.
What's going on?
The
We've even,
math ain't mathin'.
the math ain't mathing. We've even shared clients.
Yeah. Literally, actually shared clients.
And I'll message them and I'll be like, you're in good hands with Deb.
Yeah. Go get it.
Literally.
100%. Yeah. I don't get it either. I mean, the jealousy thing, honestly, and like, I think I can speak for a lot of women, especially like, I'm exhausted with that in real life, with like girls in real life. I'm not taking that to work, quote unquote, work, like I just don't have space to be jealous of people. And so when I see people winning, I'm like, let's go. Like I love seeing it because I want it, right? Like,
Yes.
I'm not the first one to make a 10K, 20K, 50K month, whatever. Other people have done it before and it's showed me that it's possible. So now of course I want that for other people. That's the whole idea behind our business. Like if you're a business coach, your literal job is to lift other people up with you, like bring them along this journey with you. So like the jealousy thing never made sense to me at all.
I literally love that. I always say like the sexiest thing when you're out, because I always like to compare everything to dating and out and drinking, because that's me.
Mhm.
But when you are out and you know those girls that a pretty girl walks in, they're like, ugh, she like definitely had so much work done. That's ugly. The sexiest thing you could do is be like, that's a hot girl over there. And
Yeah,
I'm also a hot girl.
for real. Oh my gosh, it's not like one exists in the whole world.
Yes. And that's the same thing you can do with your business is Dev's killing it. I actually want to see you kill it more
Yeah,
than anything in this world. And
yeah.
then you can do the same.
100%. I feel the same way. I like get so excited when I see you like making sales or signing clients or whatever because I'm like, oh, I want to hear the story. Like I want to talk to you about it. And it's like not only is it just healthy in general, but it's also fun like to talk about. Like why would you want everyone else around you to be like down in the dumps? Like
Yeah.
that's literally no fun. And when you're the only one like being successful, no, hello. I want to plug into RBA, I want to plug into our text, I want to plug in just on Instagram and just see other people like celebrating. Like that's the fun in what we do.
Yes. And I want you to talk about that too, your mastermind, because we were talking about how we both love masterminds. And it's for this reason to have those business besties. Because I feel like my business since joining masterminds has really
Mhm.
like everything's changed.
Yeah, I mean, here's my opinion of it. And like I say this a lot, but entrepreneurship is just lonely. Like most days when I'm not out like doing stuff, but when I'm just working, I'm just here at my desk, and I think I can speak from a lot of us that are doing that. We're working alone. It's not like you're sitting in an office full of people. It's you on your social media, like on your camera, whatever. So as somebody personally who like doesn't have a lot of friends outside of work or whatever, just for so many, we can spill the tea later, but like for so many other reasons, masterminds changed the game for me because it gives somewhere for me to plug in and talk to people about it. Like people in my masterminds not only knew what was going on in my business, but like what was going on in my life too. Like it's the
Yes.
connection that you make with people. And then you never know, like you might meet your biz bestie or like meet someone who you host a retreat or an event with or something like that. Like this is how you build those connections. You have to get in the room, and which is why I think it is such an investment. It's not wasting money. It's not like how much money am I going to make out of this? It's not like, oh, I have to make the amount of sales to like make this worth it. It's literally you're getting so much out of it because you're building connection with other entrepreneurs and like that to me is the sauce. Like that is what you need.
And I always heard like build connections, and I was like, okay. And then I started doing it. And really, that's when your business explodes, when you look at humans as humans. And
Mhm.
the other thing that you said was we talked about like, we want to break the stigma around always needing a coach, which is so funny because we're coaches, but we
Yeah.
are so real with you guys that we want you to invest your money when you want to invest your money. Cause I've had those times where last year, I think I went like the whole summer, I didn't have a coach and I just found myself again before
Yeah.
investing in myself.
Yeah, you don't need anyone. Like you really
Mm,
don't. I'm in a season right now and like I've been transparent with my clients. I don't have one-on-one right now. I'm not in a mastermind either. My mastermind just ended. And I'm in a season right now where investing for me looks like investing in intensives. So like when I have an idea or I have something or I'm just like craving like talking to someone, it's either you or like
yes,
I am paying for intensives and like okay, yeah, I'm spending more in the long run because let's be real, like the intensives I'm paying for are usually about $1,000 each for like an hour of conversation.
that's
But that's
boss.
that's what investing looks like for me right now. And I'm enjoying it and I'm getting the most out of it because I'm able to plug in, take what I need, and then I'm going. Like I'm taking my own action on my own without needing a mentor, without having to bounce things off of someone else. And I think there's benefits in both. Like I've also been in a season where I really felt strongly about wanting a mentor. And I'm like, I need this right now,
Yes.
which is fine. But like for this season of my business right now, I'm like rocking the intensives and I'm loving it.
And that's you not investing from ego. That's self-trust.
Yeah.
That's self-love. That's I know what I need. And I'm not going to look at the world of coaching that says you always have to be under a coach and listen to them. I'm going to listen to myself. And you do that so freaking well.
Yeah, for real. I mean, you learn so much about yourself in entrepreneurship too. And like, I used to think, oh, I always need a mentor. And then when I didn't have one for the first time, I remember feeling like I,
Yes.
I felt like shit. First of all, my clients, like, how can I tell my clients to invest in me if I'm not investing in myself? Like all these fears came up. And then I'm like, Dev, bitch, you've invested so like 30 grand into yourself. What do you mean? You have invested into yourself. So like you can preach the importance of that, but also like relax and take what you've learned and now apply it and trust yourselves to make your own moves. Like be your own coach sometimes.
Absolutely. And I love saying that my containers, like the point of the container is to end up trusting yourself at the end,
Mhm.
is to learn these things to trust yourself. And a big thing about entrepreneurship is trusting yourself in the launch, trusting yourself to post this, having your own back. And so I love that. And I love that you're just like, I'm taking what I need and I'm leaving
Yeah.
everything else. And
Yeah.
something that you said that we both talked about is what elevated our brands so much is action. And
Yeah.
we never really spoke till like, the past year-ish about like how much action is needed and kind of how people are thinking that they don't need to take the action. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot to say on this because I think a lot of people misinterpret like what it takes to be a successful coach. And it's like this shiny object in front of them and people making 10 grand a month and working from their phone and being their own boss and traveling and like buying designer bags. And this is like the shiny things that they see. And then you actually jump in and you're like, why isn't this working for me? Like, why isn't it just falling into place? Why isn't anyone buying? Why isn't my content performing? And you're really like hit with a big slap in the face that it's
Mm.
hard. And a lot of people are afraid to say it's hard, especially I think in the manifestation space. I was talking about this with
Oof.
a client the other day because they're like, it's almost like anti-manifestation to say it's hard because then you're like willing it into your life that it's going to be hard. And if you just say it's easy, it's going to be easy. And that was honestly one of the tipping points for me of why I leaned out of the manifestation space and more into business coaching. And I took with me what I loved about manifestation and I left behind the stuff that I just like couldn't get behind because I'm like, it is hard. And because I'm saying it's hard, it's not going to be harder for me. It just is a challenge that I'm going to get through. Right.
I
So
love that.
the amount of action you have to take is insane. You have to show up every single day. This isn't like, you don't just take days off like you do in corporate. You have to show up because if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And that's
Yes.
like, fact is the fact until you get your business to a place where it's sustaining itself enough that you can take off as much as you want. You can take breaks, you can relax, you can put down your phone, whatever, because people are already familiar with you. But if you are getting started, if you are, say, making less than, I don't know, I don't want to put a number on it, but then like a significant amount of money and a significant
Mhm.
amount of sales and clients, you got to work your butt off.
Work your butt. And I was just saying this to you before the call of like, I realized that I love being handheld, which I told you, but what I didn't realize is that I take action. Like I am someone who takes so much action just like you. And you motivate me so much. When I see you go live, I'm like, oh, I haven't done a live in a second. Like, let me go live. And so what's so funny is that was missing from my messaging. And I feel like this will help someone is that I kept saying like, okay, this is for the person who, wants the most aligned and easy way. And I meant that because it is easy for me, but easy doesn't mean that I don't take the most action. So I'm taking the easy action, but I'm taking it. Like both of us, we're posting on TikTok, we're live, we're on our stories, we're posting just because I love it. And so it feels easy to me doesn't mean we're not working our butts off, like you said.
Yeah. Like you could go sit at a desk job right now at a 9 to 5 and really do no work, which a lot of people would consider easy. And for you, you're going to be like, this is hard as fuck because I'm miserable. Like it's hard to get through the day, right? It's a different kind of hard. Whereas
Yes.
this is so much work, like things that I'm actually doing. I'm posting a ton, I'm batching content, I'm going live, I'm planning launches, I'm selling on my Instagram stories, I'm blah, 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 holding space for clients, all the things. But it's easy in the sense that I love what I'm doing. You know, it's like it's a different type of being hard.
I'm obsessed with that. Like we can mic drop and that right there. That's exactly what I mean. And then once I changed this messaging, I started getting people like us who
Mhm.
understood it. And the love that we have for our business makes me want to be here. Like this is the reason that we're here. And something else is someone asked me, like, how do you stay consistent in your business? And I once said to them, I was like, because the thought of ever going back to a 9 to 5 scares me right into the action.
God, I would blow my brains out.
Never, but we're never going back. That was never
No,
even
no,
an
no,
option. That's why it's funny.
no.
I can really tell who's an entrepreneur or not because someone has said that to me. I was like, girl, that did not ever cross my mind that I'd be going back to
No.
a 9 to 5.
What would I even do? Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh, they would tell
Literally,
me to
what would
like
you
be
do? I don't
quiet.
even know. I would be like, what? Rules? Boss? Schedule? Clock in? What do you mean? I don't speak
I'm
that language.
I'm going to Cabo for 3 days.
You
You're
what?
like, you're going to
Yeah.
Europe. Like, well, there's no such thing
I'm
as
like,
a boss.
what do you mean I have to submit time off? Like, I don't even understand. Like literally, can you imagine? That'd be like a reality TV show.
They used to be like, you talk too much. Like to me, I'm like, oh, that's my out. Like I remember they sat a really high CEO next to me and they were like, Sam, they brought me to the other room. They're like, Sam, just like, please don't really talk to her. And I did not listen. I was like, hey, what's
Hey,
your name?
girl.
She loved me. She was like,
Yeah.
who is this girl? No one's ever talked to me. Cause they kind of saw her as like, what is that movie called? The with Anne Hathaway
Devil
and
Wears
fashion.
Prada.
They saw her as the devil wears Prada, so no one would speak to her. So I finally spoke to her and she was like, oh, no one's ever spoke to me
Oh my
before.
God.
And that's when I was like, I got to get out of corporate America. They're not even letting me speak. That's what I do
No.
best.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
I love that
Even
so
I
much.
literally like I think about it sometimes. I'm like, how did I literally, oh my God, this is like crazy. I was talking to my boyfriend the other night just about like when I would work selling rental cars and the things that we used to do. I used to take the minivan, literally used to take the minivan, and we would have to go pick people up for like get their rentals. Like, Enterprise is the rental car company I worked for. And it was like, we'll pick you up is like their slogan. They're not fucking kidding. I would literally have to take the minivan and go pick people up like strangers, like a man at their house alone, just me in the car. And I'd be like, beep, beep, I'm here. And they would have to come out, get in the car, and I would like bring them back to Enterprise, or they would return their rental. I'd have to like bring them home. This would be at like 8 o'clock at night. It's dark out. I'm in like bumfuck Florida, and I would have to drive these people home alone to their houses or like pick them up. I'm like, what was I thinking? Like that, what even was happening in that?
Dev, I need a video of that. Like, I need a picture. I need a video of this. Like, that's a past life.
I have so many stories. One time, I'll tell you this one really quick,
No,
just
go for it.
to like put the nail in the coffin. I was dropping someone off one time. So I was driving a minivan. Literally, first of all, why the fuck am I driving a minivan? I was driving this guy to like a mechanic shop to pick up his car. And I was pulling out of, so I dropped him off and I was pulling out and I accidentally hit a curb and there was a tree trunk on the curb and the minivan got stuck on the tree trunk. Literally, it looked like the minivan was going up a ramp and I couldn't get it off. So I'm trying to like reverse it back forth. And the guys, like the mechanics and the office, are looking at me like, who is this fucking idiot? And I'm trying to back the minivan up and the thing is literally wedged up on this tree trunk. So I had to get out and sit on the corner and literally call my boss, and they had to come like tow the minivan off the tree trunk of the
Are
thing. I'm
you
like, I
kidding?
need to get out of here. Like, I need to
Did you
quit
get in
this job.
trouble?
No, but they like weren't laughing. First of all, I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, how the fuck did I do this? Like, this is actually so funny. I'm sitting there in like my little corporate outfit and like I had really bleached blonde hair and I'm standing next to this minivan that's like wedged up, literally nose in the air, like stuck on a tree trunk. And I'm like, hi, over here.
I'm picturing this is making, and then where you are today, living in New York, she has her nice little fancy
I don't
wine
even
glass.
have a car.
Like insane. Yeah, that was the last time Deb ever drove a car.
That was the last time Deb got behind the wheel.
And that's why our next course together is going to be Deb in the front seat driving. I'm the passenger. And this is what goes through our minds. They came to this podcast thinking they were going to learn something else. I'm literally crying. I feel high. Like that was the best story I've ever heard. Holy shit.
I'm dying.
This is why I love us, you guys. We could talk for literally, this could be like a 3-hour podcast.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was my job. Like that was what I did for work. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? And that makes me so happy because I feel like telling your story is, people are always like, my story's so boring. Telling your story is literally the reason you're going to get clients. Someone's going to message you after this podcast and be like, I need to work with you because you literally hit that tree trunk. And
Because you got stuck on a tree trunk. Oh my God. So funny. I resigned from that job and they never answered me still. So like I
no,
still work there.
she's still working there. You get the enterprise van and it's Deb. I'm crying. You can think of a new way, coaching in a minivan or something.
Crazy. Yeah, literally. I sent in my resignation and she just never answered me.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
okay, bye.
Okay, bye, peace. And then you went on to do this. I love it. I remember too when
Yeah.
I quit my job, my boss, she was so sweet. She took me out to lunch and she was like, so what are you doing and how are you doing it? And I was like, you want to get out of corporate America too.
You're like, I
I
see
caught
it.
you. I see you. I love that.
That's
Um,
so
so funny, guys. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys could see us before. But what I wanted to say is something too before we go. I have like two things is you are the queen of spice. Like you are the queen of speaking your mind. I just see your posts. I save them all. I like them all. I comment on them all. I'm like, Dev's back at it again. Like, yes. And how do you don't have to share all your secrets, but like, how do you really come up with the right level of spice or like just even think of that? Cause I'm like, that was wedged in my brain so far back
yeah.
and she just brought it out.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If you were in like the depths of my brain, you'd probably be scared. Because like I think the spice there is like too hot for the internet still. I'm like, okay, I need to like I'm all for the spicy post and like saying what you want to say, but then with me sometimes I'm like, I can't say that. Like
You
I
know how
literally,
there's like white spice and there's like,
yeah,
anything else? Yeah. You're like the curry. Like we can't
cayenne,
eat.
cayenne pepper,
Yes, yes.
the ghost pepper. Yeah, but really like I don't know. I think of honestly, it's just stuff that I like say to my boyfriend and like the things that I complain
Yes.
about. Oftentimes, I think the things that you complain about the most to like your friends, your biz bestie, your boyfriend, whoever, makes really good content because it's your true opinions. So like the next time you're complaining about something, turn it into like how can this be a lesson, right? So if I'm complaining about, I don't know, bad engagement or like something on social
Mm,
media or like this sucks, like the algorithm sucks or whatever, it's often a lesson like in itself and how I can turn that around on like and make that into content, right? So like a lot of it stems from stuff that I complain about in person, whether it's like even if it's like a client and not in a bad way complaining about a client, but like I can't figure out why this client's not getting results or like this client's not getting results for whatever reason. If I'm like coaching that client on that thing and I'm complaining about it in the sense that I'm frustrated that they're not getting results, that's often really good content too. And again, it's not like I'm frustrated with the client, but it's like I'm frustrated that this isn't working for the client and here's how I'm coaching them and here's how I'm
wow.
going to get them out of it. And that often makes good content too because 99% of people are probably struggling with the same thing as her.
That was really freaking good. You did give us all your secrets. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. I actually that sparked two more things. Okay, so I love this. And the other thing that you really changed my mind about, and I feel like I was doing this, but then when you put it into perspective, I was like, that's how I was thinking of it is in a launch. And I think everyone goes through this. they're coming to the end of the launch, no one's signing up, and they're feeling like, let me throw in the towel. And you said something that really stuck with me. It's like, that is the time to go balls to the wall. And I was doing that, but I never like put it in that sense of like, when you feel like your confidence is going down, that's the exact time that you say, okay, maybe I don't have confidence right now, but I do have action.
Yeah, discipline. You have
Yes.
discipline. You have to have discipline. It's not always motivation. It's discipline half the time. Like these people that you see that are like getting up at 5 in the morning and going for runs and working out and like you think they have their shit together all the time. They're not motivated every day. They just have really good discipline. Some days are motivation and they're like, let's fucking go. But a lot of those days they don't want to get up and do the thing every day, but they're disciplined enough to know where they're going. And they're like, I have these goals and I'm not going to give up on it. Right. But like when you're launching, everyone thinks that the beginning of the launch is the most important because they're like announcing it and you're all excited to share the branding and you're like, this is my new program, announcing it to the world. And then when no one signs up, it's like a big pop of your balloon. You're like, oh, fuck, no one's signing up. But that middle of the launch, towards the end of the launch, like that dull period when you're not getting any DMs, you're not getting any applications, everything just feels like shit and you're about to quit. You have to think of what's happening on the other side of your phone because you're frustrated because you're not getting signups, but people have been watching you now for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. They're watching you sell this thing and they're thinking about it. They're in that decision making time and they might not be loud about that because like I'm not. They might not be voicing it to you and DMing you, but behind the scenes, they're getting funds together. They're making decisions, they're weighing their options, they're clicking on the application, they're thinking about it, they're finding time to do it. And can you imagine what would happen if you just stopped selling it? All of those people who are in limbo about to go in and like who are figuring it out behind the scenes, because like, let's be real, it's an investment for them.
Yeah.
You're not going to sell it to them. They're not going to have the chance to say yes because you are too shook in yourself and you pull out.
Literally.
Like the most important part of the launch is when no one's DMing you, when it gets really quiet. That's when you have to get louder, right? So,
Yes.
biggest part of the launch, middle to end, when it's really quiet on the other end and you're not hearing anything. That to me is like green light, go, push harder, show up the most, literally more than you have during the entire launch. Fucking dance on camera, get super excited. I don't care if it doesn't feel exciting.
Yeah.
Get on there and hype yourself up, get excited again, because think about what's happening on the other end. People are deciding. That's exciting, right? People are choosing you. People are thinking about it. You have to be the person that's going to help them make that decision and make them feel safe and comfortable investing in you. And like, they're not going to do that if you're quitting, if you're walking away.
Yeah. That is so freaking beautiful. And I just love that because I think a lot of people look at their audience to give them the green light. But instead, when you look at it this way of perfect, I know when everyone gets really quiet and these beliefs come up, I know exactly what to do. I'm going to go bigger.
Mhm.
And most of the time we just need that, like listening
Yeah.
to me and Dev says, go bigger and you're going to remember this and
Yeah.
you're going to do it. And we just need to know what action to take next instead of just
Mhm.
completely stopping.
Yeah, for real. No, that's when you get the loudest. And that's honestly what's helped me sell out my stuff and make the sales that I never would have made if I had just walked away, which I used to do. Like,
Yep.
obviously, we all used to do that because we're learning and we're like, no one's buying. I need to pivot or like sell something else. And now you have this course graveyard that's full of like all of
Yep.
these offers. But when you do put your foot to the gas on that last part of your launch, or like when it starts getting really quiet and people start fading off or whatever, that's when you're going to see the most people come through.
Oh, and that's what we want you to know from this podcast. We're no different than you. Just like we look at the people who are higher up and we're
Oh,
saying
yeah.
we're no different. We're saying all we did is we took crazy amounts more of action than we ever thought we could take. And we honestly kept going when we heard nothing. And we just added confidence into everything. We
Yeah,
decided
literally.
we're back.
RBA. I mean, RBA right now, like I think it's important to be transparent about it because like I'm transparent about the money that I'm making, right? So like on average right now, 15, 20K a month coach, I sold RBA and didn't have anyone interested for the first, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Yes.
And like you're pissed that no one bought your course after like day 2 of selling. Like, bitch, come on. I sold Art Rich Bitch Academy for I think like 4.5 straight weeks, like
Yes.
every single day, selling that thing when I wasn't hearing, and like now we're almost at capacity, but this is a month later after selling my butt off every single day. So like you said, we're no different than you. Like I'm still showing up.
Absolutely. Just add in these three new things and you will, yes, and just decide that
Mhm.
you are just as good as anyone in this industry. I
Mhm.
freaking love that. And I said the same thing. My last mastermind launch, the last week, I got 3 people in. I
Yeah,
talked about it
last
for
week.
6 weeks, but I knew where I was going. So I freaking love that.
And
You
those
just take
weeks
that from
before were
this.
probably quiet, right?
Oh my gosh.
Like dead.
Like, I think I talked about it 45 times, and that means there was only because some one day 2 people signed up. So that means out of the 45 times, 4 days.
Right.
When
Yeah.
you look at it like that, it's
You got to look
crazy.
at it like you're not showing up and selling to get any kind of result. You have to look at
Yes.
it as like, this is just what I do during the day.
Like
Like,
it's a 9 to 5.
yeah, like who cares if you get someone answering you today or like DMing you the word fucking mastermind or like applying
Yeah.
for whatever, like who cares? Because this is just what you do every day. When you reframe your mindset to think of it like that, you're going to show up consistently and then you're going to see more results.
And that's the funny thing about our business. It's like silent, 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 12K cash
Boom.
injection. Then
Yeah.
you're on top of the world, and then silent, silent, silent. And so that's just what it is. We're addicted to the roller coaster because my coach was just
Oh,
talking
I
about
love
this,
it. I love
right?
the roller coaster. I
If
love
we
the
were
roller
always
coaster.
winning, how
Yeah,
boring would
so
that
fun.
be?
I like the chase.
Oh yeah, that's why I have commitment issues. So we're a whole nother podcast. I love that. So my last question is, what is the spiciest piece of advice that you could give my audience? Just about honestly business. I know it's a big question, but business as a whole, what you wish you knew, what you wish someone just told you bluntly, not even as a baby coach, whenever in your journey.
I have a few. One of them, I think, be or like have the self-awareness to know when you suck at something.
Ooh, that's good.
To put it very bluntly, like have the self-awareness to know your content does not look good or your content's not getting engagement or I don't know what to post on Instagram stories. Like don't waste time just guessing. Just know that you're not like it's okay to suck at things. You're not going to be good at
Yes.
every single thing, right? But you can get better at it. And when you have the self-awareness to know of where you suck,
Yes.
you can get next to someone who's going to help you with that thing and you collapse time like way faster. So that's one thing that I wish I knew. The second thing, get really fucking honest about what your motivators are, what drives you. So I made this post recently and well, not that recently, a little while ago.
I know the exact post.
Yep. And
I
I
love it.
said, I said, charity work is not my number one motivator. And
Oof.
yes, I would love to be able to give millions of dollars to charity someday, but that is not the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. Like, it's
Yes.
just not. And if I were to say that and if I were to talk about that, I'd be lying to myself and I'm not going to be as successful because I'm putting a big thundercloud over my real dreams, right? I want to travel first class. I want to go into designer stores and buy whatever the fuck I want. I want the luxury lifestyle. That's what motivates me. And when I got honest about that, when I started talking about that more, a lot of people didn't like it. And they're like, you're so materialistic. You're only in it for the money, blah, blah, blah. I heard all the things. Don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. But being honest about those things pushes me to be the best I can at what I'm
Yeah.
doing because I'm being real with myself. And like, I don't care if you don't like it because it's not your
Mm.
dream, it's my dream. So like it doesn't mean that I don't want to do good things, right? Like I'm a good person. I'm not a total
Yeah.
asshole. I wanna donate to charities and like save all the animals in the world. Like that's literally one of my big things. Like I love animals so much. I went to school for zoology, little like plug there. I love animals, but
He never
I don't
ceases to surprise me.
I don't wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, today's the day. Like I'm gonna make enough to whatever, save the
You would have started a nonprofit.
pandas. Yeah, like that's not like my main drive. My main drive is like my lifestyle and the luxury living. And So get real with those things, because when you have clarity around what you want, it's one of the things again that I teach in RBA around in the clarity section is like getting really clear about what your motivators are and why the fuck
Yeah,
you're doing this. You will find so much more success because you'll have that discipline that we talked about earlier to bring this full circle, right? You will be disciplined to get up in the morning and take action. It's not always going to be motivation, but you'll have the discipline to get up and do it because you're like, I am damn straight going to have that luxury lifestyle.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. And what do you do with those hate comments? That's my last question, I promise.
I could literally care less. Like
Yeah.
I know that people really take those to heart, and like I talk about this a lot with my clients, but like, do you really care more about what user 65 whatever, or like Brad from Texas thinks about your business? Are you going to prioritize that over what you're creating? Because like that's what it says to me. Like if you're going to take your energy and care about those things and complain and bitch about like some hate comment that you got and like make it some huge fucking deal, you're putting that above what you actually should be working on. So like what matters more to you, right? So
Yeah.
I really don't care anymore about any of those comments. Like I don't know, like I know some people block and delete because they're like, I don't want the negativity on my page. I just like don't really give a fuck.
I always say that I'm never going to be laying in bed thinking about what Becky from my hometown said about
Yeah,
my
I don't
business.
care. I just don't.
I'm just going to be so happy that I went after my dreams. No regret.
Yeah, I literally
Exactly.
don't care. I'm like, okay, you're spending your time writing something on Instagram. I'm spending my time making
Big money.
$20,000 in the time that you commented on my page. Like, bye.
A mic drop. That was it. That was it. That was the
Yeah.
one. I love that so much. Okay, my love, you have been just the best as always. I would love to hear where my audience can find you and stalk you and work with you, what you have right now. And I also just want to say we have something really special for you guys coming in June. We just decided this how much we're action takers
Oh my
right
God.
before this. We were like, let's do this little thing. So get
Yeah.
ready for that.
If you guys like love us together in podcasts and on lives, you're gonna just die over this because it's gonna be so much fun.
I'm so excited.
Well, but yeah, you can find me on social media, the social manifesto on Instagram. There's a little underscore. It's like the social underscore manifesto. And then to work with me, currently I have one-on-one spot open. So if someone wants to snag that up, it's open for you to take. But other than that, you just need to get in Rich Bitch Academy. You just
You
have,
need to.
you just need to get in.
You need to. And tell us a little bit about Rich Bitch Academy before you go.
Yeah, so RBA is a 3-month mastermind style program.
Love
So
it.
you get a portal basically with a whole bunch of my trainings in there. You go through the Rich Bitch framework, which is clarity content, offers, brand sales, and energetics. So you go through everything you basically need, but in my words, in
Yeah.
my voice. So you're not getting like the basics, you're getting the dev twist on all of it. So you go through that framework, you have those videos for life, and then you hang out with us in Slack. So in the Slack channels where you can post your content, you can get feedback, you can ask questions, you can just come in and just like talk about how much money you want to make. We're very open about finances, especially. Talking about just like winning and success and what all of that means and just keeping this rich bitch lifestyle. So get in. It's a lot of
Okay.
fun.
I love that so much. And I'll leave all of her socials below, but I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
And you're
you.
just an angel. I love being your biz
So
bestie.
fun. Thank you for
Yes,
having me.
of course. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Bye.